we don't want to obtain it. To obtain it. We don't want to obtain it. Now, so some safety should be done in our work area. We want to discuss about the electric hazard and safety. Look at the definition. Electrical hazard is defined as a dangerous condition where a worker could make electrical contact with energized equipment or conductor, and from which the person may sustain an injury from shock, and or there is potential for the worker to receive an arc flash burn, thermal burn, or blast injury. Itulah we can say the electrical hazard definition. Means a worker in the electrical area maybe can obtain the hazard. This one. And then this electrical hazard can be divided by 4 parts. The first is electrical shock. The second, electrical burns. The third is electrical arc blast. The fourth is electrical explosion. Yang banyak terjadi kan ini shock. Yang banyak terjadi shock. Walaupun dia kecil. Sering kita mana-mana fat terkadang kita tersentuh, bukankah itu kita punya charger? Kita punya charger kan macam itu charger handset. Terkadang kan ada apa itu? Tingling, ada rasa apa? Kesemutan di sini panggil Reja. Reja. Kadang kita punya ini nampak? Ini terkadang ini kan kita cucuk ke power supply. Ini terkadang kita sentuh aja kan ada rasa apa? Ada current lah gitu Reja Yang lainnya itu Nah, itu sebetulnya itu one type of the shock. Nah, the shock ini pun depend lah how many current flow. How length of the time. And then how part of the body that is flowed by the current. Itulah yang boleh sampai dia boleh pengsan atau otot kita kejang. Or sampai dia boleh buat matilah macam itu Nah, itu. Kita tengok satu persatu. We look at. The first is electrical shock. Electrical travel in the closed circuit, normally through a conductor, but sometimes a person body, human body can mistakenly become part of the electrical circuit. This can cause an electrical shock. When a person receives a shock, electricity flows between part of the body through the other's body to a ground or the earth. Electrical shock can when the body becomes part of an electrical circuit. Okay, please look at this illustrate. It is electrical workers. Macam-macam inilah. Makanya selalunya nanti guna safety pada kita guna sepatu lah, macam itu sepatu dia punya daripada getah. Nah so when this worker work to repair the circuit of this electric, maybe kita kan sometimes bekerja dalam keadaan elektrik ada current macam itu. Mungkin sambil bercakap atau apa kita tersilap, tertouch. Nah, itulah yang boleh menyebabkan shock. When the shock occurs, current flow through our part of body. Selalunya boleh daripada tangan to the foot, or tangan foot to the foot, Nanti ada kita panggil dia punya term tadi. Itulah Nah, kalau lah ini dia punya worker, work using the ladder tangga. Ini kan kalau dia shock kan boleh terjatuh juga kan? Ya kalau terjatuhnya aja ya walaupun dia 1 meter atau berapa, kalau apa kepala tak ada helmet ya kan boleh terjadi apa tadi? Ya accident. Ya itu dia. Okay, now so we can look at the type of the shock. Yeah, shock causes the electricity current flows through the body can happen in the 3 ways. The first way we call the touch potential, hand parts. Yeah, current travel from one hand through the head, and out through the other hand. Yeah, because the heart and lungs are in the part of the current ventricular fibrillation, difficult in the breathing, unconsciousness, inilah ya, boleh pingsan ini, death or may occur ya. Nah inilah that we can call as the touch potential, hand part. Means maybe we touch part of the component, yeah, that current can flow, and we also touch the other part. Now, so current can flow like this one. Yeah, current flow like this one. Yeah, when current flow through this one, current flow from our hand, yeah, through our heart, maybe lung, and then flow to the other's hand. Ya, this one. Ya, kalau ini kita punya lung heart ke, ya ini kan problem. Ya, kalau dia tak tahan, ya ini depend on the how many current flow through our body ya, and then how many length of the time and part of the our body. Ya, inilah dia yang boleh kita menyebabkan ini ventricular fibrillation, difficult in the breathing, unconsciousness, or yang paling fatal, death. Inilah dia ya. It is touch potential. And the second type is step potential, foot part. Current travel from one foot through the leg and out of the other foot. The heart is not in the direct path of current, but leg muscle may contract, cause the victim to collapse or be momentarily paralyzed. Ya, ini sering boleh terjadi sebab the grounding system is not function well. Ya, this one. Now, so if we step in this area, okay, without kita tidak gunakan kasut getah tadi, for example ya, atau kasut getahnya bocor ke atau apa terkoyak ke ya. Nah ini, nah so there is step potential. Nah di step potential, the current can flow ya from our foot, one foot, leg, and goes to the leg, the last in the this foot. Ya, not through our lung or head ya. Nah tapi kalau current through our leg ini ya, dia kan kita punya muscle ya. Ya muscle itulah terasa tadi ya. Nah inilah what we can call as step potential. And the last type of the shock is what we can call third step potential, hand foot part. How about the current flow? Current travel from one hand through the heart, down the leg, and out of the foot. The heart and lungs are in direct path of current, so ventricular fibrillation, difficult in the breathing, collapse, unconsciousness, or death may occur. Yeah, this one, yeah? Yeah, for example, this one. We touch part of the electric component. So in here also, without rubber shoes in here, yeah, so current can flow through our body from the hand, yeah, goes to the lung or heart and leg and the last foot. It is our lung through the or heart, yeah, is flowed by the current. Yeah, depend on how many ampere current flows, depend on the length of the time. Yeah, so this condition can occurs the particular fibrillation, difficulty breathing, or unconsciousness yang fatal tadilah boleh menyebabkan kematian. Dan ya, inilah risk of the shock, electrical shock. Okay. Nah nih, an electrical shock can result in anything from a slight tingly. Nah ini tingly-nya. Sensation to immediate cardiac arrest. The severity depends on the following: the amount of current flow through the body, the path of through the body, the length of time the body remain in the circuit. Jadi mananya tadi yang saya sebutkan, walaupun mikro, walaupun mili, ya kan, tapi itu current. Ya. Apalagi current yang lebih besar lagi. Dia ada batas ambang dia ya untuk current yang boleh tolerate through to our body. Jadi depend on the amount of the current flowing through the body, and then part of the body that flows by the current, and then how many second the current flow through our body. Second ya, walaupun dia mikro apa mili, tapi namanya elektrik, wah, yang lebih bahayanya kan kita tersentuh keadaan seperti ini. Kalau ini current, kalau ini kabel ke atau apa, kita tersentuh, yang bahayanya kan terpegang ini terus. Nah inilah terpegang inilah yang boleh nantinya kita panggil yang sebagai ini nanti ya, apa namanya? Nah ini ben, ya ben. Nah ini, ya dia. Okay, we look at the other type of the electrical. Yeah, this one is electrical burn. Electrical burn can result when a person touch electrical wiring or equipment that is improper use or maintenance. Typical such as burn injuries occur on the hand. Nah ini tadilah, for example dari Swan. Terkadang kita gunakan test pen ya atau apalah, kita kan nak tes ada tak current ya yang flow this wire. Ya, ya sometimes kita tersentuh. Ya tersentuh ini walaupun dia in the second, tapi itu kan ya timbulkan heat juga. Jangankan apa, battery tadi aja, kalau battery melalui wire, dia short, wire tadi dia ada isolation dia. Ya, dia kan akan terbakar kan isolation itu kan. Atau kalau kita pun atau kita tengah pegangkan dia punya kabel kecil yang daripada bateri tadi ini kan tangan kita kan boleh melepuh juga ya, melepuh dia panggil ini. Nah itu ya, itulah yang dia terbakar tadi, kita panggil terbakar lah ya. Nah itulah electrical burn. Ya. Okay, and then the other type of the electrical hazard is electrical arc blast. Wah, ini dia arc blast dengan explosion ya, yang udah paling inilah, yang paling bahaya. Ya, electrical arc blast occurs from high amperes current arcing through air. This abnormal current flow is initiated by the contact between two energized points. This contact can be caused by a person who have an accident while working on energized component or by equipment failure due to the fatigue or a boost. The temperature as high is 35,000 degree Fahrenheit have been recorded in arc blast research. Ini around-nya 20-an ribu juga degree Celsius lah. 1.000 aja pun udah apa itu namanya, something iron ke atau apa udah melt ya kan. Nah, so this electrical arc blast, yeah, for example in the condition in the substation, yeah, we do a circuit breaker. Yeah, sometimes we have condition in the current flow. Ya kan semacam fuse juga, dia buka tapi ada arc ya between the CB. Nah, the arc inilah yang boleh blast Ya. Ya, coba kalau keadaan kita tengok ini, ya seperti ini atau ini. If there is no safety of the human, of the worker, habislah satu badan ya terbakar. Dan inilah dia electrical arc blast. The last is electrical explosion ya. Electrical explosion occur when electricity provides a source of ignition for an explosive mixture in the atmosphere. Ignition can be due to overheat conductor equipment or normal arc peaking at switch contact. So for example, this one lah, we can see here. It is transformer. Transformer operate 24 hours. Maybe inside of this transformer insulation ka, or between the circuit breaker, occurs spark. The spark can occur short circuit. Or insulation of this transformer is not function well. Heat can occur or short circuit occurs, and then last explosion can occur also. Now this condition we can call as the electrical explosion. Kan ya? Okay, now how to untuk menghindari semua ini. So mean safety kena ada dalam kerja-kerja elektrik. Kira inilah kita nak discuss about the safety. Electrical safety in the workplace is the most important job of an electrical worker. Safety in the workplace is job number one for the employer or employee alike. This one. How to do the safety? The first, for the worker. Worker must be trained in the equipment, hazard and safety procedures. And be certified as qualified to work on energetic equipment. Training certificate must be documented. The others, before work, we do briefing. All work performed on energized equipment must be proceed by a job briefing and assign energized electric work permit. Dan kalau ini kita mau pekerja elektrik bahagian mana? Distribution, for example, transmission, for example, substation, for example. It is better for the worker has certification letter. We can mention that the worker certified in the specialist area. Nah, this one. Nah, ini selalu kan kalau kerja-kerja part mana dia minta certification. This one. It is sebelum kerja-kerja dimulai. In the teamwork. Leader gives briefing. Brief how the area work will be done. What the type risk maybe can be occurs. Can occurs. This one. Brief lah. Pertama untuk explain kerja-kerja yang mahu dilaksanakan. So please, when working on or approaching energy circuit, proper protective cloth must be worn. This one Jadi silalah pakai glove tangan, kasut. Dia punya ini juga helmet macam ini Nah ini itulah untuk safety. Kemudian untuk area-area yang menunjukkan dia nanti berbahaya, kalau di tempat-tempat penyimpanan, for example when placing equipment in electrically safe work condition, please put the lock or tag procedure. Here. And then mana-mana part yang berbahaya mungkin hanya untuk worker saja boleh masuk, atau mana sila bagi warning label. This one, like this one lah. And then mana-mana area atau standard yang kita gunakan, for example untuk for the overload, please use the current limiting of a current protective device where possible to reduce the potential electrical hazard. Nah, itulah ya about the electrical hazard and safety. Ya, there are four type the electrical hazard: shock, ya, blast, burns, and then explosion. Nah, so in the electrical work area, ya, to obtain the safety in our work, ya, please do, ya, some safety. Yeah, first, for example, the first we have to have the certificate, and then please before start our worker, and then if the working area is done by the team, leader give the briefing before the starting of the work, and then please use the safety, kita punya peralatan lah yang tadi macam glove, helmet, sila gunakan kasut daripada standard and then untuk letak peralatan letaklah prosedur dia bagi, kemudian mana-mana area yang berbahaya bagi warning label, kemudian sila gunakan yang standard equipment, itu ya. Oke, ada apa-apa?